higher signs. So let's do your new moon in Virgo reading. Kahapon ang new moon. So, habol na lang. It's still, ang focus naman is for the cycle ng new moon na to until October 6. So, hindi ko ginawa yung weekly because I intend to do this. Okay, so let's start na with my Gemini collective. I'm using the Vice Versa Tarot. So, dalawa yung image niya, front and back. So, let's see. Focus for the Gemini collective is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. Puro reverse ah. The Eight of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Okay. Could be about a relationship that you want to heal. Sorry, a relationship that you have detached from. Okay, but with the Knight of Wands here, it feels to me like even in detachment, this energy, the Knight of Wands energy, is following you. And the reason is because the cycle is not over yet. Okay, so ito ngayon yung focus mo. The Queen of Swords in the reverse. So the Queen of Swords is a very intelligent queen. She's very logical and fair. She's so many people has judged her to be an ice queen kasi yung kanyang stance, yung kanyang aura is very cold. But it is because she had been hurt. She had been hurt in the past and she learned that lessons, and that's why hindi na siya nagtotolerate ng any BS in her life. So ito yung focus, but in the reverse, look at this. There are ice crystals that is behind you. So meaning na yeah, the coldness is empowering you right now. Parang you are being too detached with your emotion na yung intellect na lang yung gumagana. You are trying to protect yourself from from pain, from getting hurt kasi dito may detachment eh. Okay, may detachment from a certain connection or relationship, right? Pero it's the energy is following you around even in your kahit sa nag-iisa ka, the energy is following you around because there are still lessons to be learned here. Pero ito, you're trying to parang binabalot mo ng yelo. Okay, yung emotion and intellect lang talaga yung gumagana and your swords is up and ready to strike. Okay, so yung focus is this healthy? Tong situation na to, is this really healthy for you? And why is this happening? With the Queen of Wands in the reverse again, the Queen of Wands here is resting, okay? Because there are so many energies that is nakakapit sa kanya. She's trying to rest, she's trying to get a break, she's trying to ground herself to harvest her power again. But in this side, ang dami kasing nakakapit na energy. There are so many lives na nakakapit sa'yo. That's why, and it's draining you. It's draining your power. It's draining you. Kaya ito ngayon yung naging focus mo. Okay? This, parang you are protecting yourself with coldness, not wanting yourself to feel. Ito kasi yung pinaparelease ng universe eh. Yung mga, yung mga energies that are draining the life out of you. Nasobrahan naman. Okay? But I feel it's just a process because the emerging energy is the sun. So the sun is about recognizing your growth, recognizing the positive things, the silver lining from whatever happened here that caused you pain, from these energies that has drained the life out of you, nare-recognize mo that this is something that is bringing you growth and empowerment and success. Here is standing your ground. Okay. Gusto mong pangatawanan na tapos na eh. Parang for you, tinatapos mo na, the cycle is over, but you're still standing your ground, babantay ka pa rin. Kasi parang it feels like baka may susunod pang paranoia. May paranoia, nakababa na yung wands ng kalaban, still standing your ground. Kaya very cold, very defensive ang Queen of Swords here. The people around you is seeing you as, yes, the King of Swords. Very Gemini energy talaga. Very, you are being fair to for the highest good of everyone. But you are also being emotionally detached. Again, parang nakikita ka nila as someone na master na yung logic and intelligence. They are not sensing. Maybe you have distanced yourself from people, from your relationships, from partnerships, and you are making a mind over heart decision to protect yourself. But the lesson here is about them in the reverse again. The Empress is a very grounded energy. The Empress is very connected to the earth. And the Empress, she's the epitome of all the queens. She realizes that everything has its season. There's a season for growth, there's a season for happiness, for sadness, and for death. Behind the Empress throne is the sky. There are things that are growing, the roses that are growing, the sky is clear. But mismong uh, throne ng Empress has cracked na. May mga crack. It has aged. And this is the energy that the universe wants you to develop. This is about recognizing that there is a season for everything. That it's a cycle of life. There is growth, there is death, there is happiness, there is grief. And it's just a season. It pass. It always pass. Okay, because here with the Eight of Wands energy in the reverse again, whatever you sent out, the energy that you sent out in the world is going to return to you. You don't have to protect yourself. The universe is protecting you. You are being because the energy that you sent out is that you loved and hurt, and now you're trying to protect yourself. from the people, the energies that are draining you. But you don't have to do that because the universe is doing that for you. This is progress that is coming your way from your own manifestation, from your own energies, what you set out, and look at your destination of Pentacles. But the Ace of Pentacles is a new solid beginning, a potential in touch with your emotion again, with the beauty inside you. The ace in here is about, the material realm. This is about the garden. This is about there's that symbol of Venus. The ace, the a new beginning that is in touch with your divine feminine side. It doesn't matter if you're a man, if you're a male, we all have our divine feminine side. And this is about growing things from the earth, growing things from nature in an organic way. You don't have to force things. You just have to set your intention and it's going to come back. Okay, now you're resisting this lesson. You are resisting, sorry, not resisting. You are detaching yourself from connecting to people, but they're following you around. Their energies are following you around because there's still lessons that you needed to learn here. Okay, and it's coming toward you. Be prepared for that. Ano mang pinagdaanan mo, Gemini, those that who can relate to this, ano mang pinagdaanan that has turned you into an ice queen, is going to be a blessing. Parang foundation siya of building something that is solid, that is organic, that will last. May crack man yung throne mo as the Empress. It's still holding your throne is not your power. Your power lies in you. Just let things flow. Just let it be. Okay, what I have for the Gemini collective. Now let's go to the Libra collective. What is the message for my Libra collective ngayong new mo na to, yung moon cycle na to? What is the message for my Libra collective? The Seven of Cups, confusion, fear of going forward, the Tower, the Seven of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Knight of Cups. This is your card, the Two of Swords, the Five of Swords, and the Justice in the reverse. Underlying energy is the High Priest. So there's failure here. Okay, merong failure. Merong past mistakes that may regret ka. With the High Priestess, you decided to sinasarili. This is about keeping things to yourself, being silent about it, harnessing power from that mistake in the past, and trying to manifest it in the material realm with the Queen of Pentacles energy. You are parang you learned your lesson, you harness the power from that, the knowledge from that past, and manifest mo siya sa material world, that lessons that you learned, that knowledge that you learned. But then again, then there's this uh, Knight of Wands energy. Somebody, the Knight of Wands energy in this deck is someone who lives for the thrill, for the drama, for the risk of life. Okay, very opposite energy ng Queen of Pentacles and High Priestess, na very practical and very silent in their manifestation. The Knight of Wands is a show up. So I feel this is not your energy. This is an energy that is coming towards you. Okay? Trying to parang create havoc in your world. Trying to tempt you to join them in their zest for drama. And here is confusion. So you want to follow the dream. There's a certain path that you want to take, but you're scared. Okay, natatakot kang magkamali ng desisyon. Yung itsura na tong person na to is parang he's almost in panic. Why? Because he's blind. He can see. He can choose from the cups that is ahead of him. And the cups are about dreams and emotions and illusions and fantasies. The universe wants you to face the tower. So maybe this is something that you're still holding on. That's why now you are being confused kasi ito yung focus of the cycle. Now you are being confused. Nananahimik ka na biglang dumating. Meron na namang zest for drama itong si Knight of Wands. And you are confused because you still believe that meron pang chance to save that tower. But in this deck, it's being shown na wala na, walang laman tong tower. Shallow na. Yung front niya na lang yung mukhang matibay pa. But there's nothing for you here. The Sphinx from the chariot is here also. And the chariot has crashed. There's no moving forward dito sa situation where the Knight of Wands is inviting you to get into. That's why you're panicking. You want to hold. You don't want to destroy that, to let the tower fall. But the universe is telling you to let it fall because there's nothing for you here anymore. What's emerging is the seven of wands in the reverse. The war is over, but you're still standing on the stone, on the higher ground, reminiscing, wondering about the lives of the warriors that you have defeated, wondering what is the story of every opponent that you have faced. In this case, maybe this Knight of Wands. Parang nostalgic yung energy trying to understand kung bakit may war. And I feel it's because Gusto mong i-maintain yung tower from crashing down. From crashing down. Parang hahanap ka ng reason to still defend the tower. Trained ka na. You are the emperor with no more vitality left in his life. You're trying to control the things around you, drained of your own power. Hindi mo na mahawakan. And you need to rest to regain your strength. People around you see you as someone who's lost the Knight of Swords in the reverse. Umaasa dito sa mga swallow for you to take, for them to take you home. So para kang nawawalang, nawawalang tupa. Following the crowd, parang following guidance para makauwi. The universe wants you to develop the Two of Swords in the reverse nitong deck na to. Okay? There are chaos around you. There are, the storm is raging. There's thunderstorm. The ocean is raging. The waves. There's danger around you. You are being trained to be calm because the raging storm is, you can control it in your head. You can remain calm and at peace at the midst of the storm. And ito yung gustong ipa-develop sa'yo ng universe. Sit, meditate, and no matter what problem you are facing right now, confusion that you are facing right now, you will know the answer by following your intuition, but only after you have calmed down your emotions, your fears. Five of Swords is the lesson. There's a battle na pinaglaban mo. Maybe you won, maybe you lost. Then what? What have you gained from that battle? If you won, what are you going to do with the rest of the swords? You only need one. Maybe my regret watching your opponent walk away, or maybe you are the one who lost and your opponent is uh, watching you walk away. But there's regret in the scenario. There's some gloom in the scenario na parang kung patuloy na ipaglalaban tong war na to, tong battle na to, nobody wins. And there are times that you just have to walk away. You have to lay down the sword and let them take the glory. Reverse. So yeah, this cycle in your life has been unfair. There's an imbalance. Yung sword of truth and the scale of balance has been dropped down and broken. Yung sword, meron na siyang nakakapit na parang damo-damo or you know But this is I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is something na kaya pang i-avoid itong dyan. Okay, if you will only learn to lay down the sword right now, if you will allow yourself to rest, which is pagod ka na, you're drained. Ito yung mo para sa sarili mo. This is your passion for yourself. Calm your mind. Meditate, be guided by your own intuition. Maybe this will remain unfair. But even so, with if you can only develop these energies, it won't bother you as much. It won't drain you as much because you will learn to live with peace inside you than focus on the panic of this tower falling down and regretting or wondering about what could have been or what's the life of the people or the person that you succeeded in, winning. Okay, so there are towers that is blocking our growth. We keep on giving them excuses kahit alam na wala naman talagang laman yung tower. We are fighting for that para wag lang siyang gumuho. But we have to let it go at some point to be able to have the peace inside us, to live with the peace inside us. Okay, and yun yung pinapadevelop na energy. Now let's go to the Aquarius Collective. The Fool, taking that leap of faith, another journey is the focus. The Empress in the reverse, the Page of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, the World, the Hanged Man, Judgment, and the Six of Pentacles. Underlying energies: Emperor with the Eight of Cups in the reverse and the Moon. So the Emperor is somebody who's in control, okay, of the material realm, the physical realm, his empire. It's all about structure and organization. But the Eight of Cups is about for him to be able to create the structure in his life. There's that Eight of Cups energy turning his back from something that used to make him happy and it's not serving him anymore. This is about turning your back, but then some part of you, maybe your inner child, maybe, you know, your wounded child, the wounded child inside of you is still looking back dito sa Eight of Cups na to. With that comment, there's still that hope that to return and feel this Eight of Cups, the space between the Eight of Cups or yung Nine of Cups, which is the personal happiness and fulfillment. With the moon, things are hidden in the dark. May mga bagay na hindi mo pa alam kung may mask, okay? There's a mask in the moon. And the emperor, kahit gaano siya ka-powerful, hindi niya he cannot see behind the mask or behind the veil. So now, the focus is about that new beginning. Where are you going to take that leap of faith? You don't know the path forward. But you want to leave the baggages behind. And you are parang nasa position ka na ng, should I jump on the cliff or stay on the course? Okay, so ito yung focus. The Empress is the energy that the universe wants you to release, but it is in the reverse. Here, the Empress is sitting in a throne na aged in time. There's crack in the throne. There's death na itong si Empress na to, nagkaroon na siya ng experience about death and growth. Every season in life na experience na ni Empress. And with the Fool here, maybe you are trying to hold on to that memory, even with a cracked throne. You are trying to hold on to that memory or that past where once you have everything in your power. But the throne is already cracked here. Okay, so meron ng need for a new journey, kumbaga. A new start, a fresh start. And that's why with the Page of Cups here that is emerging in your energy, my fear of going deeper into your emotions, parang you're just testing the water. My fear pa of really wetting your feet with the water, with the emotion. You are ready, but you're scared to try again. With the Empress here, it could be that you have suffered being the nurturer of a connection, of a certain situation. Maybe it is about mother conflict, maternal issues also with the Empress. And that is making you scared to take that leap of faith, to wet your feet with your emotion. Okay? There is something here na you invested on, but it's not. Parang naghihintay ka pa din. ng harvest. But with the look of that tree, the harvest is a failure. Malapit nang mamatay, yet you're still waiting. Baka may pag-asa pa. Baka may pag-asa pa kasi pumabalik-balik yung child eh. Okay? Binabalik-balikan ni child yung Eight of Cups na tinatawag mo to be empowered again. But there's a mask here. Merong things na nakatago pa sa'yo. So, that could be that energy that is making you hope that you could bring this Empress back. The life where you feel empowered. But yung hinihintay mo na to, I feel is going to be futile, because that cycle is over. And this is how the people around you sees your situation. That cycle has been wrapped up. That cycle is over. It's now time for an upgrade. Ito yung pinapadevelop na energy ng universe, the hangman. But in the reverse. Ito yung student dun sa Hierophant. Okay? Now they're here and you as the hangman, you are seeing that the student is, you know, parang they came from the teachings of the society, the religion, the institution, the norm, but now they're out in the vastness of the universe. Okay. Um, with the snake at the bottom ng gallow, there's a new sense of spiritual wisdom. And now parang you are being asked, tapos na yung cycle, what is it that you learned? How can you grow spiritually? How can you gain enlightenment? And it's like turning your pain into wisdom. Ito yung pinapadiba. There is wisdom in your pain. You don't have to be scared to commit another mistake, because every mistake leads us to a more enlightened state. Lesson is the judgment. So that cycle of your life is over. Now you are being called by the angel. You are being called to heed the call of the angel. Are you going to listen and go into a place of a new beginning where you are vulnerable again, where you are naked again, like a phoenix rising? Or are you going to stay where everything is burning? Or doomed to burn? The Six of Pentacles is the card of charity, of reciprocation. And here, the merchant is looking at the village. Could be a miniature village. It could be, a symbolical village. But it feels like you are assessing the things that you owned in this life and taking pride from that. But yung question again here, kasi ito yung outcome. Are you proud of being the benefactor for so many lives? Or are you looking at them as something that is yours, something, yung ownership. The Aquarius is the humanitarian zodiac. Okay, they're all about creating harmony in a pero yung means kasi is very rebellious, very radical way. So I feel you're heading towards that, but you have to learn the lesson muna. Saan ka? Are you going to stay on the burning world or transmute into where you're going to start being vulnerable again? Kasi here, there's fear eh. There is fear of taking that leap of faith towards a new journey, fear of leaving your power, reminiscing that power, and fear of delving deeper into your purpose, into your emotions. But it's now the season for harvest and there's no harvest. Ina-assess mo yung situation, but the tree is already dying. The cycle is over. And you have to see the wisdom from that judgment. Decide, where do you want to go? Share your life with the world or treat the world as your possession. Kasi here you are trying to hold on to your power, yet you're still going back to the past, hoping that it will come back. And there are things that are still unfolding for you. Okay, so the focus is about starting in your journey, a fresh start. Be vulnerable, take the risk, guided by your wisdom from the cycle that has been over. It is time to upgrade. Okay, so that's it. And until next time.